from Dhaka, this is Tahmina Nupur and you are watching BSS News. At first, the headlines. Chief Advisor off to Rome to join WFF event. Refrain from giving duties to those who performed election duties in 2014, 2018, 2024 poll, says Home Advisor. People won't accept imposed peer system, says Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir. Nationwide typhoid vaccination campaign begins. Hamas says Israeli hostages to be freed from Gaza before Trump peace summit. Now the details. Chief Advisor off to Rome to join WFF event. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus left Dhaka today for Rome, the capital city of Italy, to attend the annual World Food Forum. A Bangladesh Biman Airlines flight carrying the Chief Advisor and his entourage departed Hajr Shahjalal International Airport 11:30 a.m., confirmed the Chief Advisor's press secretary Shafiqul Alam. According to the tour schedule, Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus will deliver a speech as an invited guest at the main session of the World Food Forum. He will also hold meetings with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and heads of various international organizations. Discussions in these meetings will focus on global issues including food security, poverty alleviation and sustainable development. The World Food Forum, organized by the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, is taking place at the FAO headquarters in Rome from the 10th to 17th of October. The Chief Advisor's visit is being seen as a reflection of Bangladesh's active diplomatic role on the global stage. Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus is scheduled to return home on the 15th of October. Refrain from giving duties to those who performed election duties in 2014, 2018, 2024 polls, says Home Advisor. Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Choudhury today said the government will refrain from assigning election duties to those who served in polls under the fascist regime, aiming to ensure a free, fair and a peaceful national election. He said this while briefing journalists after a core committee meeting on law and order at the Ministry of Home Affairs in the Bangladesh Secretariat. The Home Advisor said strict legal action will be taken against everyone creating unrest and that all officials must work impartially. CCTV and body-worn cameras will be installed at risky polling stations and intelligence surveillance will be strengthened. He said 1.5 lakh police, 5.85 lakh Ansar, 33,000 Border Guard Bangladesh members and 80,000 armed forces personnel will be deployed for election duties. Jahangir Alam Choudhury added that law and order in the Chittagong Hill Tracts remains stable and that a zero-tolerance policy has been adopted to curb drug trafficking. People won't accept imposed peer system, says Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir today criticized the proposed proportional representation electoral system, calling it an imposed process that the people would not accept. He said this while addressing a discussion marking the second death anniversary of Democratic League General Secretary Saifuddin Ahmed Moni at the Dhaka Reporters Unity. Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir said the people of Bangladesh have no familiarity with the peer system and it was being pushed to delay the upcoming national election. He reiterated BNP's demand for holding the national election in February as placed by the interim government. The BNP Secretary General alleged that the previous Awami League government had destroyed democratic institutions and the economy and said the July uprising opened the door to rebuilding the nation. He mentioned that BNP's Vision 2030 reform plan already includes many proposals now being discussed by the Reform Commission. Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir said the July Charter will be signed on 17th October and expressed confidence that the people will choose the right leadership under Tariq Rahman's direction. The discussion was presided over by National People's Party Chairman Dr. Fariduzzaman Farhad and moderated by its Secretary General Mustafizur Rahman Mustafa. Nationwide typhoid vaccination campaign begins. The nationwide month-long typhoid vaccination campaign 2025 began today across the country, aiming to provide typhoid conjugate vaccine free of cost to over 5 crore children. Inaugurating the campaign at Maple Leaf International School in Dhanmondi, Dhaka, Director General of the Directorate General of Health Services, Professor Dr. Mohammad Abu Zafar said all children aged between 9 months and 15 years will be brought under vaccination during this campaign. He said students from pre-primary to class 9 will receive the vaccine at their respective schools till November 13, while out-of-school children will be vaccinated at community-level EPI centers. He assured that no children will be left unvaccinated. Professor Zafar said registration can be done easily at vaxap.government.bd using the 17-digit birth registration number, while those without certificates will be listed separately for special arrangements. He noted that typhoid fever is one of the most severe vaccine-preventable diseases in Bangladesh, mainly spreading through contaminated food, water, and poor hygiene. Children are the most vulnerable, he said, adding that vaccination can help reduce both infection and the misuse of the antibiotic. The Director General explained that the typhoid conjugate vaccine is safe, effective, and approved by the World Health Organization. It is halal certified by the Saudi Arabia Halal Center and may cause only minor reactions such as mild pain or fever, which subside naturally. He added that vaccination has already helped Bangladesh eradicate polio and control hepatitis B and rubella. Likewise, typhoid can also be controlled and even eradicated through vaccination. Professor Zafar urged all to cooperate and make the nationwide campaign a success. Hamas says Israeli hostages to be freed from Gaza before Trump peace summit. Hamas will begin releasing Israeli hostages held in Gaza on Monday morning under a prisoner exchange deal. Hamas official Osama Hamdan confirmed the agreement, saying the release will start as scheduled. Under the first phase, Hamas will free 20 Israeli captives in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. The development comes ahead of an international peace summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, to be chaired by United States President Donald Trump and Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Monday afternoon. The summit will focus on ending the Gaza war and ensuring long-term regional stability. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and French President Emmanuel Macron are among the world leaders expected to attend. Meanwhile, mediators continue efforts to reach a broader political settlement. The next phase of the Trump's plan include a gradual Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, replaced by a multinational force led by the United States with troops from Egypt, Qatar, Turkey, and the United Arab Emirates. In Gaza, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians are returning to their destroyed homes after 2 years of war that killed over 67,000 people, of them women and children, according to Gaza's health ministry. That's all for today. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.